In this video, I'm doing a review of the Always Satisfied planner. This one is a day to a page planner. It does have a bunch of other pages as well though, like a monthly calendar. There's some weekly spreads with really good checklist pages, goal pages, notes pages, so it's not just the day to a page layout. It's an undated 6-month planner. You can read all that, I won't read it out, you'll see that in a sec anyway. It's A5 page size. Now the 80-gram paperweight is a bit worrying because that is very thin, which is probably why they have included an erasable pen with the planner. Also comes in a nice gift box as well if you wanted to give it to someone as a present. So this one's like the friction erasable pen where you write with one end, then you can turn it around and erase out what you've written if you've made a mistake with this end here. So they've probably included that because of that thin paper. I've not done the pen test yet, so we'll see how that goes later on. This one is about, I'd say 1.5 centimeters thick. I'm not entirely sure what that is in inches, sorry. I will measure it and include it in the blog post, which will be linked down below. There's an elastic band to keep everything closed, and the cover, it is generic black, which seems to be quite common in these stone-bound planners, but at least it's got something a little different. It's got this like textured feel to it. Hope you can see that in the video. So at least that's something somewhat different. Some more colors would be great. There's only one ribbon bookmark too, which is kind of annoying. I much prefer two, but all of the months are clustered together at the front, so at least it won't take too long to find them. I'll let you read that and pause the video if you want to have a read. So at the front here, we've got a dates to remember page with some line writing space. Then we go into the monthly spreads. The dividers in this planner, because there's no tabs, have this checkerboard pattern to help you find it easier when you are flicking through, if you didn't want to use the ribbon bookmark. So the monthly calendar, I like it. Just a few things I would change. This monthly goals section, there's quite a wide margin up the top here with just dead space. I don't know why they wouldn't just expand that out so you've got some more room to write. And the other thing I don't really like is the colors. So I would much prefer if they'd chosen different shades of pink, or done another version of the planner where it's different shades of blue or purple. So like, you know what I mean, like you've got one and it's all pink theme, one is purple theme. Instead they've got this kind of yucky yellow olive green thing in different shades. I just do not like that color. It looks really bland and a bit dull. Do love the habit tracker they've included underneath though. That's a nice idea, and I like little circles, something different from boxes like most planners will include. You got a weekly focus section. It's undated, so even though it starts on a Monday, you could switch it around with some stickers or some whiteout so that it starts on a Sunday if that's what you prefer. So all of these monthly calendar boxes, and talking about that paper, you can see some shadowing already from the boxes of the next page. Another thing to note, the date boxes are indented to the right, which I much prefer. You got more space to just start writing, and it will all be nicely aligned rather than when they start the date here and it can get a bit messy. So nice little touch that most planners don't do. They always tend to do left indent. After that, we have the weekly and the daily spreads. So I'll just zoom in and you can pause the video if you want to read that, but I'll show you in a minute anyway. So this here was the main reason that I wanted this planner, because I really like this. Got a priority worksheet and then a ranked to-do list. So they give you a ranking system so you can put that in there and work out what you should focus on first. You've got quite close together line spacing. I reckon that's about 5 mil. I will measure it and include that in the blog post, which will be linked down below. You can put if it's urgent or important. So just really good way to prioritize your list. If you've got a lot of stuff going on and you tend to just do a brain dump list and you're like, what should I start on first? Then that's a good way to sort it all out. The other thing I like to add is a time that I expect the task will take, which this planner does not seem to include, but you could add that yourself if you wanted to, maybe off in the little margin. Over here you could put like 15-30 minutes, or however you want to put it if you did want that. I really like this work/home list. So if you're someone who is at the moment using two planners, you got one for your work stuff, one for your personal stuff, you could combine it into one using this ranked to-do list, or you could incorporate something like this into your existing planner if you wanted to, like the little circles where you can tick the task off. So I just love this whole page. I really wish that they had some sort of like inserts or something that I could put in with like a Discbound planner, and then I would literally just buy bulk of these because I really like this layout. Looks really good. Very functional. Not too sure about this procrastination worksheet that they give you at the end of each week. I think it's a good idea in theory, but it wastes a fair bit of space. Maybe like a little booklet that comes with the planner which has all this sort of explanatory stuff. Maybe that would be better than having it bound into the notebook, and then you could have, you know, half is this review, and then half could be lined notes paper, because apart from this, there's no real like weekly overview. So just go straight into those daily pages. Maybe this page here could have a little bit of a rethink. The day to a page, I really like the layout. I really don't like the colors, but I think it's very functional. I like that it starts at 6 a.m. but goes all the way through till 10 p.m. because most of them start at like 5 a.m. and end at 7 or something really early. And I prefer to work at night owl, so I like when it extends all the way down. You've got some habits. We've got some quotes up the top, which vary throughout. Let you see them as I quickly flick. Then we've got a focus, goal today, which I would probably just combine the two together, but they've got them separate. Got an action list with the top 4. Today I hope for, grateful for, and then a nice big lined note section. And then this little quote down the bottom here, well, not really quote, like a phrase, which I guess is trying to motivate you, which differs, as you can see, throughout. So I like it, it's functional. I really like this like priority section, and then you've got the notes and still the schedule. The schedule is also half hourly, which most planners don't do. They'll tend to just do hourly, so I like that as well. So you've got all of these daily pages clustered together, and then we go into the next week's priority worksheet, and then that continues the whole way through until the end of the planner. So you can see you've got quite a lot of these pages. Last 6 months, this planner will. And at the very back, we go into the project section. And this was another reason why I wanted this planner. I really like this project sheet. We've got the steps, the actions, little tick box. You've even got a start date, the project. So if I'm doing an e-course, I would normally use project planning pages. This wouldn't be enough space for me to plan to do something as big as that, but a similar sort of layout. I tend to just do one whole page, but I do the same thing where it's like steps, actions, you know, like what you're doing, and then break it down. So I do like this. If you were doing something maybe like around your house, then you could use this project sheet for that. I really like this too, goal versus actual. And then we've got some contacts section. At least it's not a full page, but I still don't understand why some planners include that. Seems a bit redundant to me when you can just put that on your phone. Expenses, which again, good idea in theory, but I don't know, maybe because it's like just on the project page. If you're planning a party, maybe then you want to keep all your expenses there together. This might not be big enough sections. Maybe if they made the expenses that big and just got rid of the contacts. And then you've got some resources section down the bottom here. So again, I like it. Maybe just some minor tweaks would make it better. Well, it's all just my personal opinion anyway. Maybe you're looking at going, great, those proportions are perfect for me. Just my opinion, I'd probably just change the size of some of those sections. At the back here, I've got some lined notes paper. That line spacing again is quite close together. I'm pretty sure that's 5 mil. I will double check it though and put it in the blog post. We have a daily routine section. So morning and evening. I kind of get why some planners include this to like help you, I guess, work out what you're doing when, but if it's a routine, I don't think I really need to write that down then, because it's just something I'll do automatically. But that page is there if you want it. If not, you could just repurpose it for some notes page, for a notes page instead. Goal tracker, really like this. Really good page. Summary, overview, just list your goal, everything all in one view. Maybe if they spread that out a bit more, and maybe like give you more space for each goal to write that out. But I quite like that page. Functional. The back here we have a pocket folder, which is different. Normally most of them will cut it straight. This one is on an angle, which is one of the first that I have seen, particularly for a sewn bound planner, doing it on an angle. Not sure how much you will fit in there. It is kind of roomy, but by the time you close the elastic band, it's already a pretty fat planner. But at least there's a pocket folder. So overall thoughts, I like it. It's something different. Don't like the color scheme. Wish the paper was a bit thicker. Some of the proportions of the pages and like this procrastination sheet, I would probably tweak, but I do really, really love this. This whole 2-page spread right here is really functional. I will have photos and all the line spacing and all those details linked in the blog post, which will be down below. Don't forget to subscribe. I usually do a couple of planner review videos each week. The subscribe button is down below. and I'll see you in the next one.